Since I made my Wednesday video Thursday, I figured I'd make my Friday video today. But we'll be back to our regular scheduled programming next week. Don't worry though, it's not like there were any gains to speak of anyway. Here we have the Bitcoin chart, and as you can see, it is down for the week. And like I said in my previous video, we do probably just have to see this bearish divergence play out here for the RSI. And if the cycles are going to repeat, then this blue line should basically indicate the beginning of the parabolic cycle, but I wouldn't be surprised if we actually go down until then. This might surprise you though. I'm not worried unless we still don't make a lower low here. There's no gains in the chart yet, but they are on the way. If you want to see some gains right now though, check this out. I've only been working out for a couple months now, so I basically have the strength of a healthy teenager, but here's me deadlifting 300 pounds.
Be alive if you can't do that.
You got to get those gains in somewhere, baby. In crypto news, here we got an article by CoinDesk that says the SEC will not appeal the loss in Grayscale case, boosting the odds that the GBTC can become a Bitcoin ETF. It says the SEC was rebuked by a court in August for how it rejected Grayscale's application to turn its Bitcoin trust into an ETF. You might remember that. They said that it was arbitrary and capricious or something like that, and that basically gave them 45 days to appeal the ruling, or else the GBTC trust could supposedly become a spot ETF. It says the regulator won't appeal that loss, a person familiar with the matter said Friday, boosting the odds that the Grayscale Bitcoin trust can be turned into a more appealing ETF. It goes on to say it's unclear how the SEC will proceed in its next round with the Grayscale's application. The agency still has the authority to deny it for other reasons besides the ones courts shot down, though Grayscale could challenge those again in court. So unfortunately, it looks like it's not just going to be automatically approved now. It says that they're going to have another round with the Grayscale application. So I don't know if that really means that Grayscale is going to have to resubmit the application, but to me it really just seems like they should automatically have to approve it if they don't immediately decide to deny it for another reason beside the ones the court shot down, as it says here. Either way, I'm sure they're going to approve it eventually. They're just going to probably let BlackRock get the first spot ETF, obviously. And now there's supposedly like a 95% chance that that's going to be approved by like January or something like that. And that could happen at any time because the next deadline is in January, but that's just a deadline, and it's not actually a date that he has to make the decision on. I don't think he's going to be able to push it off for very much longer because he keeps taking these losses. And who do you think is really behind the scenes telling Gary what to do? In my opinion, it's probably Elizabeth Warren because she's the one running this war against cryptocurrency. But with Gary taking all of these losses, it's not looking good for her, and she wants to get reelected. Speaking of Elizabeth Warren, just like I was saying was going to happen, Elizabeth Warren is now making Hamas crypto's latest Washington woe, according to this article on Politico. I was saying in my last video that Hamas was getting crypto donations and that this was going to be something that the Democrats could really cling on to and add to their narrative on their fight against cryptocurrency. And I knew this was going to happen because they did the same thing whenever Russia invaded Ukraine. And now, according to this article on CoinDesk, Hamas's crypto ties may lend energy to Senator Warren's money laundering bill. But like I said in my last video, cryptocurrency is permissionless, especially Bitcoin, and anybody can use it, so I don't think that there's really anything that they can do about it, for one thing. But also, it was basically just a given that they were going to at least be getting some kind of donations through the cryptocurrency blockchains. It would honestly be dumb if they didn't. But I'm sure that the donations they got pale in comparison to the money that Iran gave them because the Democratic Party unlocked $6 billion for Iran to give to Hamas. But I'm sure Senator Warren doesn't want to talk about that. Anyway, luckily it looks like Elizabeth Warren and Gary Gensler are going to continue taking these L's because according to this article on Cointelegraph, the House Committee chairman has threatened the SEC chair with a subpoena, but not over crypto. It says the U.S. Oversight and Accountability Committee Chair James Comer thinks Gensler is stonewalling him. Crypto supporters know the feeling. Yeah, we do. Gary Gensler is the Voldemort of cryptocurrency. He looks just like him. They even have the same nose. But according to this article, James Comer wrote in a letter dated October 12th that the committee will have no choice but to use compulsory measures to obtain documents if the SEC does not start cooperating with it. Apparently, they've been requesting documents from the SEC, but Gary just ignores them and doesn't really do anything. He's absolutely useless, and I think anybody in the crypto space could have told him that by now. But Comer also expressed concerns about the SEC's actions taken to circumvent Congress to further an agenda that harms American taxpayers. Cryptocurrency proponents in Congress have often complained about Gary Gensler in similar terms, but this letter is not about crypto. Rather, Comer was writing about coordinating with European Union on environmental, social, and governance and climate-related issues, as well as the SEC stonewalling. Luckily, it looks like finally all of this ESG garbage is coming back to bite everybody in the ass. And since Larry Fink of BlackRock seems to be abandoning the whole ESG movement, it looks like Gary Gensler and Elizabeth Warren are going to be taking another big fat L on this topic as well. I love to see it. Really, it seems like they made their whole personalities and all of the things that they run on, and basically the whole thing that their representation is based off of about the ESG narrative. And since it was destined to fail because it's not a particularly profitable narrative, it's great to see that it's finally failing, and I hope their careers fail along with it. In positive news, though, it looks like Ferrari knows that the bull market is right around the corner because according to this article that's also on Cointelegraph, Ferrari is now going to accept crypto payments in the US. These guys know where the money's at. And in crypto, there's a saying, win Lambo. But honestly, I think Ferraris are a little bit more classy than Lambos. I just wish that they weren't so litigious. If you know, you know. Anyway, hopefully pretty soon we're all going to be able to afford Ferraris because we're all going to make it. Let me know in the comments, would you guys buy a Ferrari with cryptocurrency or would you rather have a Lamborghini? Either way, thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget I've got new videos almost every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You can find early access to all my videos on X, and if you want to support the channel, there's gear over at onlygoodcrypto.com. Also, if you want to chat with the community or if you want real-time updates on the crypto markets, you can find those only at the Only Good Crypto Discord server. There's links down to everything in the description. Don't forget to hit the like and follow or subscribe buttons, and most importantly, don't forget to have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.